for 300,000 residents of Hong Kong with British national overseas passports to begin a process of potential resettlement in the UK.
FSN is an independent source of news for TV, radio and digital networks worldwide. You can find more of our minute-by-minute updates on Twitter. Follow us there at Feature Story. And we have a wealth of audio and video stories from our global news bureaus on Facebook. You can find us there by following Feature Story News. Stay tuned for further updates right here. But for now, that is the latest Feature Story news. Ollie Barrett reporting.
Your headphones? It's a show with two guys in love, but not with each other.
Well, throwing a curveball at me.
Yeah, I know. Sorry about that. Good morning. It's KCHW 102.7, 725. As me, Mr. Scott Allen, gets started with one of my favorite people in Chihuahua, Mr. Brandon Hanson. And I think that goes for more than just me. You have quite the following, Brandon.
Uh-oh. You've been lied to, people.
You're famous, but after today, you might have some haters if you're talking like you were before we went live.
Oh, my.
Ooh, you want to know what he was saying now, don't you?
Oh, we're not going to reveal that, are we?
No, but I think at some point this morning we should be talking about how disgusting things are getting.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, we might have to go down that road. But isn't this a cheery morning show?
It is a cheery morning show. We try to, but sometimes, through this whole pandemic thing, we've had some tougher morning shows, that didn't have a lot of fun in them, as we covered that important stuff. But, what I've tried to do through this whole thing is do that kind of stuff first so that the rest of the shows may be a little dumber.
Yeah.
Funner,
I should say. Way there.
All right. My phone keeps going off, so I'm going to have to check it here while we're talking. How you doing this morning? And first thing I thought is we're off the air, so I flipped over to live and make sure. But no, we're actually on. It's great, and we're on YouTube this morning too. If you like to drive and watch your phone,
I'm sure lots of people do.
All right. Partly cloudy skies today, 89 and 62. It is going to be a warm one. What do you think about this weather, Brandon?
It's going to be a hot weekend. I'm not sure if we're ready for it.
Now,
that's what I gotta say. How many people are gonna run out there overdressed for the weekend and then have like that underarm sweat and back sweat and all that stuff?
Have to make a trip to the emergency room for, getting overheated?
Yeah. Is Eastern Washington just notorious for this in terms of it seems like you can dress for the day and be completely wrong. You can be like, it's going to be a rainy day. And then 3 hours in, you're like, that was a terrible idea. I'm sweating.
So tomorrow, just as an example of what you're talking about, we have a 40-degree spread between the high and the low. That's huge.
40 degrees?
40 degrees. They've backed it up. Yesterday, they were saying it was going to be 93 and 50 for an overnight low. So that's more than 40. But now they're saying 91 and 53. So who knows where the reality would be there. But it is going to be an almost 40-degree spread on Saturday night from the daytime high to the nighttime low. Not as weird tonight, 89 and 62, a little closer. But that is a big one on Saturday. And then that happens, by the way, Saturday, 20% chance of rain with all that heat.
Oh, good. Ready for some thunderstorms.
It's really making the pollen bloom. Holy smokes, I can't believe just overnight the amount that's on my car. I actually peeked out the door to let Brandon in and went, ew.
You said pollen and now my nose itches.
I bet it should. It should. I imagine if you were out jogging today and you blew your nose afterward, it'll be yellow. Yeah, the big. If you hit the Weather Channel, they got a big, yellow banner across it that says "Pollen Alert." All right, Sunday morning. That's why it's so cool. Saturday night, Sunday morning, we're having a storm front move in with some showers. 66 is all you'll see for a daytime high. Big change in temperature there. It'll be a nice probably break after Saturday. 46 for an overnight low. 40% chance of much needed rain on Sunday, and then things kind of going back to the way they were. Monday, partly cloudy and 70. Tuesday, mostly sunny and 76. That's what we like to call normal.
Normal.
Yes, even though that word now is just totally blown out of the water.
Yeah, well, what can we do? What can two guys in a radio station do?
What can we do? We can yak about it, and that's about it. All right.
We can give our unexpert opinion.
So how relevant was so you've got this new show going on called The Sports Grump that you're
The
doing.
Sports Grump.
So then the cool thing about your show, you're saying that your show is now the only Northwest sports show?
I believe in Eastern Washington. There may be a show in the Tri-Cities I'm unaware with, but I do not think Spokane has any local sports talk radio.
Because the one that was going on got canceled, right?
Yes.
So
and it could be kind of a situation where there's no sports, so they're like, we're not going to pay you to do that.
There is nothing left that I can talk about.
Right. And as far as I can tell, and I just have never heard of a local sports talk show in the Tri-Cities, so I'm assuming we're the only one right now.
That's awesome. And how did you find sports to talk about?
I have a Google search engine, and I have to go to the depths of the internet to find topics to talk about.
Really?
And right now we're having a little bit of a change to our high school state playoff format, things like that. So that's actually going to be our next show, talking about how the playoff format for basketball is going to completely change, along with they are adding seeding committees. So it's going to be like the NCAA tournament, that 64-team bracket kind of deal that a committee puts together. That's going to kind of be like how our state playoffs work now. So that'll be interesting. I know that was a big deal with high school football. We know Chewelah got a 4 seed, and we were very excited about that during the state football playoffs. And a committee put that together. And boy, the opinions on Twitter and Facebook were strong. I didn't know people were so passionate about what number sits in front of their high school football team.
So if the sports shutdown would continue, let's say we got a second round of COVID and we didn't have any more sports for another 6 months, what do you think would happen to the world of sports? Do you think we'd like really get into gaming and we'd be like showing people going head to head gaming live?
Yeah, Scott, we're gonna have to start a Wii bowling league.
That's what I was thinking. We could Zoom it.
Yeah, we're gonna have to Zoom some Wii bowling because I do see signs of college sports starting to reopen. It was just announced Pac-12 athletes can return to campus in June to start kind of workouts. Now, I don't think that means like team practices, but they can start. Hey, a football player can go lift weights, and people can start just trying to get back into shape and getting their kind of athletic schedule back on track there. Mm-hmm. Because as of right now, nobody's on college campuses. So if you're an athlete, you're probably training on your own, by yourself, in your house. You're quarantined too.
Wow. And then you show up when it opens up, and you show up for your first practice, and you've gained 50 pounds in Twinkies.
Boy, I didn't realize we had a team of the fridges.
Oh, yeah. Well, it was hard to stay motivated at home.
Boy, I'm really exhausting my Netflix queue at this point. So.
Yeah, it's really hard to find something to watch.
Yes.
You burn through a lot of stuff. And I'm picky, so...
I think I burned through that 70s show. We've gone through basically the entire show in about 2 weeks. So,
wow.
There we go.
I checked out, is it Steve Carell or Steve Carroll? Or Steve
Space
Carell?
Force.
Yes, I checked that out. The dumbest show.
The dumbest show?
It is, yeah. Don't even, you're a sci-fi geek too. You haven't checked it out yet?
I haven't checked it out.
Don't bother.
Don't bother.
Or now you're going to watch it because it is not sci-fi, so I'm really irritated that they put the word space in it.
I was guaranteed space.
I was guaranteed some space, and there's not a whole lot of space in this show. Toward the end of it, there is. But what it's based around is that we've created a new branch of the armed services called Space Force.
Which we have.
And we are trying to... have we really?
Yeah, we have the Space Force. It's a new branch of the military.
Yeah, that's exactly what the show's based on.
Yes.
Okay. So except they're all super inept. And the general that leads it is Steve Carell, who is also one of the producers. He must have not been able to get an acting job, so he produced a show that he could be in. And it's, the humor is very Office.
Oh, good.
So maybe some people will like that, but they try to go from moments of like seriousness and drama to stupidity, and to me it did not work well. Very, very clunky, and I felt like I lost an hour of my life I'm never going to get back.
Now, remember, The Office started like this, too. It was clunky and didn't quite work, and they made some tweaks, and it went on to become, like, the most beloved show in America. So,
well, there was... so I was working and playing it in the back. I watched an episode, worked and let a second episode go in the background, and then before bed I jumped to the very last episode to watch that just because of what you said, and it seemed a little more serious. But I don't know. After giving 3 30-minute episodes of my time, that I'll give them any more.
Oh, Scott.
So yeah, pretty harsh, and it's all because no lasers. No explosions. Well, okay, there was an explosion, but
were you expecting like
pizzazz.
Star Wars?
Yeah.
Like, this
Space
isn't
Force.
Star Wars.
Nobody's gonna. It's called Space Force. Nobody's got a ray gun.
Very sad.
What's really cool though is they launched their first like test satellite for us to go to the moon. You know?
Right.
They launched this contraption that's supposed to be like a satellite catcher for evil satellites,
right.
And the Chinese just come by and clip the solar panels off it and keep going.
Oh, no. Wah, wah, wah.
That was a worthy laugh.
I'm sure it was.
That was pretty good. Oh man! So you've got also you've been doing some extra news.
Yes, we seem to have quite a bit of new news right now. So
okay.
I finally discovered how to use my laptop camera. So it's a little easier to record those news things. I can just open up my laptop and find a quiet room and record. So it's a lot easier to do that. Do those news shows there.
So you've been kind of, I guess, motivated by being on the radio and doing our little morning show YouTube broadcast to just start YouTubing some news.
Yeah, and we're able to keep track of it just because sometimes before it seems like we just get overwhelmed with news. Whether it's newsworthy or not, we just get overwhelmed with a lot of information. Obviously, that's slowed through all this, so I feel like we can be a little more on top of news than we were before, where you would have only so many hours in the day, and just a bunch of news stories.
So you're saying you have a little extra time and you're doing a different form of news coverage. Okay.
Yes. And I also find that people seem to like watching videos more than reading. I'm not sure how. Maybe that goes back to school when the teacher would just wheel in the television instead of having us read from books. So maybe that's kind of carried over.
That was always the treat when you got to watch the movie in class, too.
It was always the same movie.
Yeah.
It really was. How many times could we watch James and the Giant Peach?
I don't know. In my class, we always watched Patches O'Houlihan. I remember when he died in that casino accident?
Yeah, it was very sad.
Oh, sorry. That's a joke for a select few that have seen the movie Dodgeball, right?
Everybody's seen Dodgeball,
I hope
Scott.
so. I hope so. If you haven't, you need to.
Yeah, you need to watch it. That is Ben Stiller's finest work.
That is one of my top comedy movies.
Oh, it's hilarious.
Yeah. You know what wanted to surprise me, because I'm not really a fan of the fuzzy guy from Saturday Night Live, tall.
Will Ferrell?
Will Ferrell. Blades of Glory.
It's hilarious.
Yeah, that is a great movie. And number one for Scott, I'm all about the stupid stuff. The number one comedy movie ever on my list, Super Troopers.
Super Troopers, huh?
Yes.
Where does Anchorman fit in there?
Anchorman, definitely top 5. Yeah,
okay.
I'll give Ferrell that one too, because that is a classic. And even the when they did Anchorman 2 and then they did Anchorman 2.1, they had shot so much extra footage. I don't know if you ever saw that when they released it again. They had shot so much extra footage for the movie, they were able to a whole nother movie and change the plot.
Yeah,
it was impressive.
I've never seen a comedy movie just take hold of the English language so much, because after that movie came out, everybody was quoting Anchorman. Everybody. You couldn't walk a block without somebody making a reference to that movie. So.
Oh, well, and the same thing happened with Dodgeball, and I just threw up my mouth a little.
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, that just took over pop culture. Excellent. All right. So you can find, we got lost, so we can find your videos through the Independence webpage, through your Facebook page?
Yes, we have that on both our Facebook page and YouTube page. You can check that out there.
And I imagine you have a branded YouTube page for the Independent, yeah?
Yes, exactly. All you have to do is go to YouTube and search Chewila Independent, and we pop right up.
I know these things, but I'm letting other people know, but letting you tell them.
I got you there. So.
All right. So lots of ways to find your news content. And then, of course, we always say, we want you to subscribe to that YouTube page. You can get notifications when Brandon posts something new.
Yes, correct. You can get notifications. When sports starts, we'll have sports clips on there, more interviews, things like that. Right. So we're also putting those QR codes in the newspaper. So if you have a smartphone, you can just scan them and watch them there. So you don't even have to go on your computer. You can just use your smartphone.
All right. And if you want to hear Brandon's newscast today, and you're one of those folks like my buddy Lynn with a flip phone, you can tune into the radio at 12:30 and 5:30 and hear Brandon right here on KCHW2, and you don't have to navigate to YouTube.
Yes.
On your flip phone.
I saw somebody selling a flip phone the other day on the Chewila Classifieds. Right. I was like, interesting.
I couldn't believe it when Verizon came out and said you're going to need to get rid of them, and then the backlash, they was like, okay, let's make some new flip phones.
Yeah, let's upgrade the flip phones. Yeah, my dad just this year, or maybe it was just at the end of last year, finally upgraded from the old flip phone to the smartphone. And boy, I tell you, I think he would rather stick with the flip phone.
My mom, I think, likes the ability to text.
Yeah, I think he likes the ability to take photos. I think he is taking a bunch of photos a lot more, and that's good to see. That's nice. He's able to capture more memories. That before he really, you didn't have that digital camera right next to you or something like that. So.
I think Mom was for texting, and I hadn't even. She started texting though just on her flip phone. I remember when she discovered she discovered she could text at I think 85. And all of a sudden, my phone goes off with a text, and I wish I would have had a camera on my face when I opened my phone, and it was Mom, and there was a text message there. I was like, huh? And it was, a solid paragraph, and she did it ABC.
Oh boy,
D-E-A.
Yeah, I remember that.
And it's
the dark ages.
Yeah, and that's how because she just switched to a smartphone just now, probably. At 86 or 7, she got a smartphone, got rid of the flip phone. But she started texting on the flip phone. But just having the fact that you just got a text from your 86-year-old mom was pretty surprising and cool.
Yeah, a little bit.
And now she texts all the time. So, and now we got her. And once she started okay, Mom really likes the texting. We got to convince her to get rid of the smartphone. And she got one of those smartphones for the elderly with the giant buttons on the screen. And she can't navigate it very well, and neither can I.
Did you ever see the SNL advertisement for the Alexa for old people?
Yeah.
Alexa, how's Satchel doing in the league?
What?
Yeah, what? What? Huh? I don't know about that.
Alexa, stop playing KCHW. We probably just turned off a bunch of radio. Oh, that was so stupid. All right.
Scott, you laugh, but Alexa actually does that.
I know. That was probably shouldn't have said it so loud. I wonder if it comes out of your radio if it still trips it off.
I don't know.
Because people say our promo will turn on Alexa. Mm-hmm. I did that, and if that annoys you, I'm sorry, but I did it on purpose.
Like I'll be sitting there, and then your ad will pop on, and then my Alexa will light up, and I'm like, what is going on?
I said her name. Yeah. I should probably rest that one for a while. I wonder if it just annoys a lot of people.
Well, that's Jeff Bezos' little spy, so thanks, Scott.
All right. I didn't even know we were on Amazon.
Right.
On Alexa. I had no clue that you could even do that when it first started. And it was Dr. Jazz came back from a vacation. He's going, "You're not going to believe this. We're on Alexa." And I was like, "What?" And he goes, yeah, I was visiting my friend down in like Florida or something. He walked up to his Alexa and said, Alexa, play KCHW. And it just took off and started working. And playing the radio station. And I was like, what? And I researched it and I found out it's because Amazon partnered up with TuneIn.
Right.
And since we were already on TuneIn, it was just seamless and awesome.
I want to see Dr. Jazz's reaction when that happened. Like, he stepped back from the device and was like, what?
He probably had the same look on his face as I did when I realized there was no space in Space Force. Or let's say at least not enough space.
Oh, you're jilted by this.
I know. I was really disappointed.
You take your Netflix...
I like him, and I like sci-fi, and I was really disappointed with what they came up with.
Scott takes his sci-fi seriously.
You know, and like the last episode, we actually make it to the moon. And then I was so moved that the moon never broke away and started hurtling through space with everybody on it. Remember that show?
Yes.
All right. It wasn't a good show either. Oh! Here we go. 6 foods that make you feel like you're full just after a sniff.
Oh, really?
All right. You ever have to diet?
Sure.
All right. No, do you? I mean, are you just like
do.
Mr. Average? Or
don't get me started.
All right.
It's been a long battle.
All right. So you can control your appetite by smelling certain foods. I got to try this. Extra virgin olive oil. Sniff of that. Make you not be hungry anymore, it says. Garlic. Take away your hunger if you sniff it.
I don't know. It just makes me want to get garlic fries.
Green apples.
Nope, I've eaten apples and I'm still hungry.
I'm still hungry. Okay. Bananas?
Bananas are gross.
Bananas are gross. I'm allergic to them. So.
Oh, good.
All right.
You're lucky.
Fennel. It has a hint of licorice, and it says natural licorice is definitely a mellower.
No.
And and just sniffing a grapefruit will
maybe
make you feel full.
Because I don't like grapefruits. They are terrible.
That's the secret.
You ever see somebody just eating like half a grapefruit, like they're eating out of the bowl?
Yeah.
It's gross.
Yeah, where's the other half?
I'm on a diet.
Well, you know, and that's the thing about it. Why do people on diets like to punish themselves? Why are you eating a food that's so hard to eat?
Just eat carrots.
And I'm a quick person. I mean, I've had people make fun of me for eating over the sink. Life is busy. I don't have time for food sometimes.
You are in the Carl Swanson school of eating. That is my grandpa, who is a trucking company owner. And boy, you sit down to have a meal with him, you better hurry. He's used to going into truck stops. Yeah. He's used to going into truck stops. He's done in about 2 minutes, and he's sitting there waiting for you to finish your food.
See, I got the love of some kind of foods, and there's some foods that I would definitely just take the time to enjoy. But if I had the choice of just taking a pill and never eating, I would. I don't enjoy cooking at all. I love to have food cooked for me, though.
Don't give somebody that idea. If I could just take a pill.
Oh yeah, I would.
Just wait. We're gonna have food.
And just every few days, I'd actually sit down and enjoy a real meal. Yeah, I find eating inconvenient. Same with going to the bathroom, so I've stopped doing that.
Oh boy, good job, Scott.
I figure I got about 24 hours left and I'll be in the hospital.
So you watched an hour and a half of Space Force, but boy, cooking's too
definitely
much.
Out of the question.
Okay.
Yes. Unless it involves a microwave. All right, and that brings us to our next topic. What's okay and not okay to microwave, Brandon?
Oh, well, I can tell you.
Milk. Yes or no?
No.
No. 43% said no. 57% no. Truth is said yes. And truth is nobody knows.
Right.
All right. Can you microwave pasta?
I have, but it's tough because it kind of dries it out and it's no good.
How about an entire hamburger? Can you microwave that?
Yeah, that's fine.
But you get the soggy bun.
Well, then put the bun on later.
Can you microwave butter?
Yes, but only for 10 seconds to soften it up.
It's the thing that heats up the fastest in the microwave, isn't it?
You got to be like on the spot with that.
Or you're cleaning the microwave.
Yeah.
Or you're losing an eye when you open the door, one or the other.
And the difference is like 7 seconds, hard as a rock, 10 seconds, glob. Like there's no in between. You have got to be absolutely perfect when you're microwaving butter.
And if you have an old microwave like me that has the dial, so it's not very accurate.
Oh, yeah.
You can end up with boiling butter just everywhere.
You're done.
Yeah. All right, can you microwave pizza?
No, eat pizza. Pizza's better cold.
Exactly.
Everybody
Why
knows
would you
that.
bother?
Yeah.
Wow, you're good at this. All right, French fries. Can you?
No. French fries are good. French fries are good when they're freshly cooked. After that, if your French fries is older than 20 minutes, awesome.
They're
disgusting.
They're pointless.
Yep.
Eggs. Can you microwave eggs?
No. You didn't say the one above it.
Oh, I
hate people that microwave this. You people that microwave
at
fish.
work too.
Yes.
Oh, come on, fish.
Yep.
Yeah. No. I guess you can microwave it, but our answer is no. Same thing with bacon.
No, bacon's good.
Yeah, I don't know.
Are you ever going to complain about bacon?
Well, because I love it, but I don't like cleaning the microwave.
We'll put it. You got to get one of those plastic little cover deals.
I've seen those. Do those egg worker things? Those egg cooker things work?
I haven't tried the egg cooker, but there's these plastic covers you can buy, and you just put it over your food in the microwave. It keeps your microwave clean. It's perfect. And then if that little cover gets a little dirty, throw it in the dishwasher. It's awesome, Scott. Right. They only cost a couple bucks. I recommend it. That's an editor's choice right there.
Wow.
Get the microwave cover. We've gotten it. It revolutionized my life because before, I was always looking at that microwave like a war zone. Not anymore.
All right.
I am living fancy and sanitary.
Wow. I am going to step into the future with Brandon Hanson.
Yes. But it is the future. Microwave covers. Get
microwave
one.
Covers. They could have invented that 30 years ago.
We really could. That along with ketchup that you you set on the top. The flat.
The flat.
We should have invented that years ago.
Exactly.
And I'm disappointed us as humans did not get around to that.
And there was I can't remember what it was the other day I saw. It was like the new innovation in the paper plate. That I was like, well, why didn't they do that a long time ago? I can't remember what it was, but there's some kind of new simple item, and they've totally revolutionized it. And I was like, huh. How do we miss that?
Clips or silverware or something?
Yeah, something like that.
Interesting.
All right. Dangerous Drivers is the next one I have.
Oh, okay.
Right. You see any of those? So what did you do with Jeannie's being closed?
I don't know.
How did you survive?
Because it's going to be rough. We're coming
walk
up on this first break, and I don't know what I'm going to do.
Did you walk here?
I did walk here.
Well...
Oh, I was thinking Monica's might be open. I could sneak down there and say, "Give me coffee."
Well, you're about half and half there between there and Flowery Trail. Either way, you're going to have to run.
Oh, I would have to run, yeah. No, Monica's isn't that far down.
Right. Well, we'll do an extra long set of music. So
I know, right?
So you can trot somewhere.
20 minutes later.
You want to borrow my car?
No.
I was just wondering. I was wondering how'd you get coffee this morning? Did you actually make it yourself?
Yeah.
Wow.
Oh,
Brandon made coffee.
My lovely wife made it.
Oh, his wife.
While I walk the dog.
And she flips coffee for a living too, doesn't she?
Yes.
I bet when you ask her to make you a cup, she frowns. I just do that all day.
Slightly.
All right.
Slightly.
And then you know what you say, but honey, you're so good at it.
Yeah.
You got the skills and I don't. Come on.
Well, every time I make coffee, I hear about what I screwed up. So.
See, there's another ploy.
Yeah.
You can totally use that. She should have never given you. But you're never happy when I make it. Don't you want to do it yourself for two? All right. After hearing these, you may not want to get in your car this morning. 6 in 10 drivers say they've consumed alcohol while driving.
What?
6 out of 10 drivers.
A lot, or just like, hey, I had a beer or something?
It just says 6 out of 10 drivers say they've consumed alcohol while driving, and I'm guessing that, yeah.
I would say that might be slightly misleading, because how many people have a beer with their dinner or something like that, but they're not, like, hitting it hard by any...
Well, it says while driving, so they're actually moving in the car, drinking alcohol.
Oh, 6 out of 10?
That seems really high.
Yeah, I'm missing the... I am missing the boat, apparently.
Yeah. My friends are all safe, I guess, because I've never seen any of them doing that.
That must be really lame. Goodness. I've heard of roadies, but wow.
Maybe that was 1970, because that was very popular in my dad's day, was driving with a can of beer between your legs.
Is like every responder here like 70 and over?
That could be. Half of all drivers admit to using the rearview mirror to put on makeup and work on their hair.
Oh, it's not like every time you drive. It's like at some point
in their life.
Oh, okay.
So if you look at it, and it still seems horrible.
It does still. But still, it's not like they get in
choice.
every time. And
That's
do
right.
That,
That's right.
It's only someone.
Yeah. 6 in 10 drivers are drinking right now. Yeah, so that means your odds are up if you roll up like you're in Spokane and you roll up at a light and you're side by side with another car and both your windows are down. You go, hey, you got a beer? Great, pass one over.
Well, in Spokane, yeah, probably.
Yeah. See,
it is Spokane.
That's horrible. All right, a third of men have shaved while driving.
Really?
Yeah.
Men?
Yeah, men. I once, and it wasn't here in Chihuahua. I once watched in Omak a police officer hide behind the liquor store, changes into plain clothes in the front seat, which was pretty impressive, and go into the store and get some alcohol and then come back and get back in his uniform. But I was up in a second floor apartment, so I could watch it all transpire.
Oh, got you. That makes sense. So.
Right. A third of moms have changed a baby's diaper while driving. That's just wrong.
Well, I mean, that's talent.
That reminds me of another Saturday Night Live commercial. But it was a rabbi and a baby.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. And the road was bumpy. All right. 1 in 4 drivers say they clip their fingernails while driving.
Ooh,
all right.
That seems...
And Brandon admits to picking his nose while driving. And 1 in 10... No, I'm kidding.
Oh, yeah, totally.
Yeah.
No, you're in the car. Go to town.
Dig for gold, baby.
Yeah,
it's all
gold.
you.
Yeah. Nobody's looking.
Wow. That was a joke, by the way, folks. All right, and then 1 in 10 drivers admit to doing a crossword puzzle while driving.
Make sure you do the independent crossword puzzle.
Ooh.
Which we lovingly put together each week.
All right.
But just don't do it in the car.
Is that a battle or a fight that breaks out when you're doing the crossword?
It's difficult. I didn't realize it would be so tough to come up with crossword answers, but it's a stressful time.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow. All right.
Trying to be interesting.
Poor Brandon.
Yeah. What was me?
All right. I know you're itching for coffee. We'll get through this. Along with my driving.
Well, how am I going to get coffee, Scott?
I told you I'd give you my car keys.
Let's just be honest.
Just don't try to get in it without moving the seat back. You'll hurt yourself. You'll be all scrunched up. Your face will be on the windshield. Scott's car's so small. I mean, Scott's so small. All right. Things you should never say to a highway patrolman since we're in our car. I can't reach my driver's license unless you hold my beer.
Yeah, that might be frowned upon.
Yeah, that goes back to that whole 6 and 10 thing.
Yeah.
Sorry, officer, I didn't realize my radar detector wasn't plugged in.
Oh, do people still do the radar detector?
I have a couple friends that have them.
And is it illegal? It's not illegal.
It's not illegal.
So my question is, if you're a police officer and you pull somebody over with a radar detector, are they mad?
No, they laugh at you.
Why do they laugh?
Because they got you anyway.
Oh, yeah. My bad. Okay.
Yeah.
Never mind.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie. My mom always had one.
Well,
Yeah.
Mom, go.
Yeah.
Wow.
And I thought it was the coolest thing ever. But now I'm realizing, well, maybe I should have been worried about my mom's driving.
Hey, she just, for some people too, I think, I have seen friends that are people that have them because they don't want a speeding ticket, and sometimes you're daydreaming.
Does it work?
Do they work?
Are they pretty effective?
You've got to constantly kind of stay with the technology. Once they update radar guns, that a new type of radar gun comes out or a better radar gun, you've got to have a better radar detector. Hence, it's like the smartphone deal.
This is hilarious.
Yes, it's another way to trap Americans into, what used to be $19.99 a month and now it's $199. I don't know.
Yeah, that's awesome. I'm going to look into this. It'll be fun. Even though I'm always going like 10 miles below the speed limit.
Yeah, but it's a protection from daydreaming, I would think cruise control could help you.
Yes.
But maybe not in towns, different speed limits. But when you have one on in town, there's a lot of other stuff that, you drive by somebody's house with a microwave and it can make your radar detector beep, I guess. So,
Right. Or they can just be parked behind a sign or something like that.
Yeah.
So. We're telling people to break the law, I guess.
But as a safety feature, whatever. But then I've seen people that had them because they want to speed.
Yeah.
No, and I knew a young guy. He traveled, did a lot. He worked, across the country at various locations where he could be called to, and he did a lot of driving. And he'd like to get there as quick as he could. But yeah, whatever. I guess that's a choice, and it could be a bad one. I'm not going to judge. much.
I hope Washington State Patrol isn't listening.
Yeah. Well, I don't have a radar detector and I don't speed. So
You don't speed in that speed demon car?
no, but I like the whole 0 to 60 thing.
You go really fast till you reach the speed limit.
Exactly. I don't see anything that says 55 miles an hour and get there slowly. So, you just got to be careful that you don't break traction.
Oh, okay.
'Cause that is illegal.
Okay.
All right. I thought you had to be in a relatively good physical condition to be a police officer. That's another thing you don't want to say to a highway patrolman.
Yeah, that might go over poorly.
They do seem to be the most sluggish, though. All they do is drive in that car all day.
Oh, they have PT and all that stuff.
They do what?
Yeah.
Okay.
Physical training.
Oh, all right. I'm going to get pulled over by a highway patrolman now.
Okay.
All right. You're not going to check the trunk, are you? Okay, check the trunk.
Yeah. I guess.
All right. And then the last one here, things you shouldn't say to highway patrolman. I was trying to keep up with traffic. Yes, I know there are no other cars around. That's how far ahead of me they are.
It's trying to keep up with traffic. I've heard that one before.
And as we go to break and let Brandon figure out where in the world he's going to find some coffee now, since
I'm going to run over.
Not just around the corner.
They're open.
They're
going to look at me weird.
I heard a rumor that somebody downtown bought that equipment, and there's going to be coffee again. So
right now?
Not right now. Not that fast. But I heard a rumor. Since I haven't talked to that person, I don't know if that rumor's true. You know, Chihuahua rumors.
Well,
you never know.
Chihuahua rumors are always absolutely true. Yeah.
Always?
Yes,
okay.
Always. Every single time.
All right.
In fact, I wouldn't trust anything else except Chihuahua rumors.
Really?
So get that tinfoil hat ready.
All right. Because that is the only valid fake news.
Yes, correct.
All right. You realize I've been told some really crazy stuff.
Oh, I've been told it too.
Yeah. Well, I was told once that there's always an alien aircraft above Quartzsite.
Or the ancient pyramid.
No, I'm one of the crazies
Right.
now, though, because I was told that you can quite often see alien aircraft above Quartzsite, and I have now. So I'm one of the crazies of Chihuahua. Thank you. Thank you. But the thing that makes me feel better, there was two of us. Daisy saw it, too.
Well, there you go.
There we go. UFO above Quartzsite. Not kidding. All right. So all you conspiracy theorists out there and your lovers of aliens, I don't know. It looked more like what do they call that thing in the Avenger? No, S.H.I.E.L.D. What's the big ship?
No, I don't know.
The big ship that floats?
The flyer ship?
Yeah, it looked like one of those things. That's all I'm saying. All right.
It was probably just Jeff Bezos out for a joyride.
Joyride. Or Elon
Amazon
Musk in his
carrier.
spaceship Tesla.
Oh, Elon Musk.
I bet he stinks just because of his last name. I bet you always has too much cologne on. That guy, wow. Whew. Glad he's out of the picture. All right, why coffee rocks and why Brandon needs it so bad. Main reasons people drink coffee are alertness, focus, mind boosting. Why do you drink coffee?
To wake up.
Now, to wake up. Coffee boosts our metabolic rate, which accelerates the burning of fat. All right, chemicals within coffee can significantly improve physical performance and strength. I feel so strong right now.
Yep.
Coffee is the single largest source of antioxidants. That's good things, disease-fighting compounds. And it is the single largest source of antioxidants in the world.
Thank you.
Yes.
Thank you. Vindicated.
Each cup of coffee contains 11%, 2%, and 6% of the recommended daily allowance of vitamins B2, B3, and B5, respectively.
So I am full of vitamins.
Right. Properties within coffee appear to have a protective effect on your liver.
My liver is healthy.
So drink up, my friends. Your coffee and because it's protects
Just
your
follow
liver.
it up with a White Claw. You'll be in good shape.
And yes, if those Twinkies have been catching up with you, coffee helps to support blood vessel health. Yeah, all right. So drink up. The world's about to end.
Okay.
All right. When we come back, we're going to do trivia. Because we missed it. We'll do some fun trivia. We can maybe even do some head-to-head stuff if you want.
Ooh, okay.
All right,
that sounds fun.
I feel like I'm able to have my butt kicked again today. So, other than that, we want you to stick around. We'll be right back. It's KCHW 102.7. Scott and Brandon and In Excess.